Don't we love it behind the scenes? Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. Shaw just premiered. A gulp. Sorry, I'm drinking my Monster Energy drink, eating some Lucky Charms. We had a busy morning. A lot going on. So I just want to keep things cool. I'm gonna spend the first 10 minutes just talking to you guys, just having fun. And then we're gonna go into the behind the scenes of the film because there's a lot to talk about. There was a lot that went on in this film, a lot of work, a lot of effort, dedication, blood, sweat, tears, more sweat, more blood, more tears. Excuse me. First things first, though, how is everyone doing? Oh my gosh, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel real, you know. It like I aired the film on the big screen. I aired Shaw on the fucking big screen. That does not feel real. It just. And then, on top of that, I had a poster for Shaw, which I have in the back. I'll probably bring out, and show you the live poster still. And then, it just, what is going on? So much has happened, so much has been going on. It just feels, honestly, I've just been thinking to myself lately, and excuse me. Honestly, I've been just thinking to myself recently, and I'm just shocked that like so much has happened in such a short time. It just doesn't feel right. Real quick, I'm just making sure we have some things on here. I'm putting the alert box on here. I'm gonna put the donation goal on here. Where are we? If I was a donation goal, where would I be? If I was a right here. Found it. I found it. Found it. Here we are. We put that right there. Come on. What the fuck? Come on. Boom. Alrighty. So it's a little quiet. So let me put the music back. Cause I would imagine it's like dead silent right now, and that's not fun. There we go. How loud is the background music? It's muted. There. Alright, let me check my personal audio because I've noticed my gain has been quiet for the past few streams. Test 1 2 testicles testing test is this testing. Gotcha. We're gonna see if that works. If I'm too loud, let me know. If I'm too quiet, shut up. 1 second. Just see how everything's going. If I'm too quiet, shut up. 1 second. Okay, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Honestly, I don't know where to start with this. Look, honestly, I know I have this stream. I'm recording this stream for the channel, the Robo Live Archives. So I'm going to be pretending that we have like a whole group, a whole audience in the chat. Let's see. But I want to show as much possible let me see if I can find the I'm trying to find the behind the scenes photos as well. We have that locked in info. Now in here we have sorry, I'm trying to find find the photos. I'm trying to find the behind the scenes photos so we can show off that stuff. It looks like I'm lagging, so let me just performance mode. There we go. Woo! Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hey, shut up. Not you. Stop. Okay, let's get this thing started. Let's see. Alrighty. I can't find the stuff. What are the stuff? Well, I'm gonna show this off because that's important. And then we're gonna show off. I want to show off the photos, the behind the scenes photos. But where the hell are they? Final footage. Oh, here it is. It's in here. Okay. Yeah, there we go. That makes a lot of sense. So we're gonna have a nice gallery as I show you guys how everything went. So this is so weird. This is so weird. Everything happened and it's weird. This is so weird. In a good way, obviously, but it's so weird. I hope this doesn't strain my... Does it strain my computer? Is this gonna kill my computer? Oh, yep. Yes, it is. Hold on. Just force quit. My bad. Hey, is that Bacon? Good day to you, individual. How is everything going? Alrighty. So, I think we give it enough time. Let's go ahead and get started in breaking down Shaw, and I'm gonna show some behind the scenes footage and photos and all that fun stuff. Alrighty. So, Shaw. Gosh, what is there to talk about Shaw? This script was created in October or November of 2023. So this has been in the back burner for a long time. So the script was created in November of 2023. It went through so many revisions, and then in February, that's when the fundraising got launched. This is where the Indiegogo was live and everyone was able to donate as much money as they can. Unfortunately, we didn't meet the goal. And I set the funding to be a fixed funding, as in if we didn't have the max amount of the money, we wouldn't have any of the money. So that was a little unfortunate. So I remember struggling and figuring out how the hell am I gonna afford this, because I have to have a senior film. I have to have this thesis out for everyone, because if I don't have it, I can't graduate. This is like the entire congratulations part of my school. So if I didn't have that, I couldn't graduate. I had to figure out how do I fund and raise the money as much as possible, as quickly as possible. Thankfully, I got my tax return that time. Around February, I'm not going to go into the details of taxes because that's a little complicated. But long story short, hold on. So long story short, I had to use my tax return, and I put it all into the production, and I grabbed about a $2,800 loan also to pay for some of the rest of the stuff, which is why you see the money goal, because I am in debt because of this film. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, and I was able to graduate. And now I got a bachelor's degree, and I'm engaged. So there's a lot that's been going on these past couple of months. Real quick, you plan on ever making a full movie in the future? Yes, I do. I'm not gonna go into great detail on what the studio what the Bible is. Hold on. I think I have it in here somewhere. Do I have the Bible? Yes, I have it right here. 1 second. This right here, hold on, let me go to webcam dominant. There we go. This right here is the studio Bible. This from the studio is everything. This has all the plans of the studio, all the synopsises of every show on this channel, and so on and so forth in this binder. I do want to make an animated movie, but there's going to be hints of live action in it as well. So, but first things first, I have to air the shows and air the movies before we do anything else. So if you want to support RoboRebellion Studios and help us out, hopefully this one short film gives you a good synopsis or gives you a good idea on how intricate everything on this channel is going to be. So, with that being said, continuing on from what I was saying earlier, I got my tax return in February, and all that money went into the studio, into the film. And then I had to get loans out and ask some favors, and I grabbed that kind of money. So the budget for this entire film was $4,800. It was not a cheap, it's not cheap, but just, it's not a cheap film, so so, because I take these things seriously, but I do want to just go into production in terms of Shaw itself and just talk a little bit about that. Just real quick though, Shaw does have an IMDb page. We have the cast on here. We have you've heard Raccoon Bro Carrick in the DPA as a DPA agent. This is Thomas. He's Agent Carlisle. You have Righteous, who plays as Officer Robbins. And even though he didn't have a lot of voices... Hold on. Even though that Righteous didn't have a lot of voices in the film, it's Carrick in Abnet. Even though Righteous didn't have a lot of... didn't have much lines in this film, how the studio works is that if your character, even if they don't speak, is in the film, in the short, you will get credits for it. The thing that I have about this studio is the fact that, like, I want to make sure that the characters that I cast for any show, any film, is only one character, because I want that person to be the signature voice throughout the entire thing, throughout this entire adventure. So, for example, Eden Blue, Jingle, who plays as Eden Blue, will forever be Eden Blue until she falls out and does something else. Same thing with Righteous. Righteous is only going to be Officer Robbins for the entirety through. So if we have, let's just say, for example, have just a random short film and Officer Robbins is used by name, that is forever going to be tied to Righteous's name. And I wanted this specifically because I want the character, I'm trying hard not to have like voices, like have one voice actor play as multiple main characters, because then it stops getting immersive. But that's just with me personally. Might get a DPA tattoo too. Do you even know what the logo is? Thank you, Righteous, for all that you do. You are amazing. Basically, there's you have the soundtrack on here. You can go onto Spotify and stream Who Am I, performed by Carrick and Jingle and me. So if you want to support. If you want to listen to that, stream that, please feel free to do so. There are many versions that have been created. There's a version that was created for the trailer, version that was created for the film, and then the full version, which is only on music streaming services. So let me pull up some. Let me go ahead and start this by pulling up some. Hold on. Let me go ahead and start this by pulling some. I want to pull some behind the scenes photos. Let's see. Alrighty. Where can I? Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of do I have? I don't have a gallery, do I? Okay, I guess I'll do it like this. I don't know how. I'll do it like this. So we're gonna show I'm gonna show behind the scenes photos and stuff, and then we'll get started on breaking down the film itself. So let me do this, and I'm gonna change this to. Where are you? Give me photos. Give me photos. Beautiful, right there. And boom. Ah, look at that. So this photo is the production meeting. This was the production meeting. Basically, for those who don't know what the production meeting is on when it comes to making a film, is where you grab your entire cast and crew and break down the entirety of how production's gonna go, the film, and just in this case I talked about the world, so everyone knows how delicate every little thing that I deal with is going to be portrayed. So the reason why I'm in this outfit, for those who don't know, I posted about it throughout while I was filming and while we were in the pre-production stage. But the reason why I'm in this outfit is because if you look into the show, everyone else was in the DP. We had agents in the DPA outfit. So if you want to dress up like a DPA agent, that is your color scheme. And because I am a bit of a narcissist when it comes to my personal projects, can I like, where can I like drag and no, I can't. Hold on. I don't think things through. Okay, so this is gonna be, hold on, one second. I fucking hate Mac. I have a MacBook because like because it's like the best industry standard computer, and it's so confusing. Like, how am I gonna do this? Sorry guys, give me one moment. I gotta figure this out because I don't know how I'm gonna showcase all these photos. So I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and just put starting soon. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I'm gonna skip on the photos for a bit because there was no program on here to there's no program on here that can do like a gallery of footage of shit. So forgive me on that one, but it's okay because what we could do now is I'll just go into breaking down the film itself and just talk about some style. I want to talk about some stylistic choices, why things were the way they are, and yeah, let's get into this bread. Can you tell that I haven't been streaming for a while? Stream is. Let me. Okay, I got to fix this stuff so we can get into this. Man, it's taking a while. My computer sucks. Okay, cool. Hopefully that stays. Hopefully that brings everything down. Alright, so I want to break down some things. I want to break down some things that went on in this film. Just talk about my personal anecdotes on it. Why things are there to be there. Because I know I'm going to get a lot of criticisms about certain aspects of this film. Which is fine. I'm all for constructive criticism. But I'm letting everyone know that everything that I've just put in here is a stylistic yes choice. So yeah, let's get to this. Oh yeah, you guys can't hear shit. That would be nice. That would be nice if you guys can hear what's going on. I need a new. I hate Macs. I hate Macs so much. There's an industry standard drawing tablet that I want to get, but that's like $1,800. I don't have that kind of. I don't have that kind of dough. But if I did, I would not have a Mac. Let me test. Can you guys can't hear? Huh. This is not going well. Hold on, let me figure this out. Just see if you guys can hear. I'm trying to figure things out so you guys can hear stuff. If you're in the chat and you can hear, let me know, please. Test, test, test. Is this working? Nope. This is fun. We like this, don't we? We like it when things don't go the way we want it to go. Just see how everything's going. I'm checking right now, 1 second. In the chat and you can hear, let me know, please. I wonder if it's cause it's on an incognito tab. Cause I feel like that's going to add to this. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just play it on a different tab and see if you can hear it. No, it's not coming through. Well, that's bullshit. not going well. I was so ready and pumped. How the hell am I gonna do this? Alright, come on. Sorry, I'm figuring this out, so forgive me if I'm quiet for a bit, because I didn't want to get this working. This is really, really unfortunate. Test, test. Can you guys still hear me? Let me check. Test, test. We're good. Alright, let's see if this works. Nope, you still can't hear shit. Huh. Test, test. Yeah, streaming is fun when you have technical difficulties. Hold on. Is this working? Is this working? Okay, yeah. It's... You know what? I think we're gonna just roll with it. I'm not going to play the audio, which is unfortunate, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll with this. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with this. So let me turn on my background music so it's not quiet. Alright, so let's go into the very beginning of Shaw. So everything that you see is a stylistic choice. Just first things first, I just wanted to talk about how this poster was created by me. I used an Adobe stock footage. I put join the DPA, and then I created the logo, which looks like an infinity sign, because infinite dimensions, all that fun stuff. Because who doesn't like nods like that? So we go into here, and then you see this, and then you go further down. You see the Department of Justice logo of the DPA, and then you see how to spot a sentient character. All that fun stuff. And then you see here. So, there are some things that I want to talk about that I know people are going to be upset about. And I just want to clear the air right now. It's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be very dark, hazy, ominous. It's very green. It's supposed to be very dark and ominous. So because of that, and also with the coloring and the lighting, I wanted to focus a lot on using red and turquoise hues because of the nature of the DPA. So you're going to see that a lot of the coloring and a lot of the lighting are either on the shades of red or either on the shades of turquoise. And if it's anything else, then that's probably not on me. But that's why even Shaw's tank top is red, and you guys can't see it because the camera is not showing his shorts or his pants, but his slacks are also navy blue. So that I wanted to really focus on those color schemes. That blue light though on the radio is not intentional, but goddamn if it's not cool. So we keep going, and then you're gonna see that he turns it off. This, if you don't know, was actually audio from a different video on the RoboRebellion Studios. So if you go to RoboRebellion Studios, my channel, and scroll down to this YouTube video. Yeah. Why do I have ads? Why do I have ads on my channel? Yeah. Okay. Well, the point is, if you go onto here, you will hear the same audio. You will hear the same audio, just changed up a bit. So I would watch this video. Everything is really integral. Every little part is important for the lore. So going back to this video, that's what the audio at this section plays. Alexa, notification. Alexa, notification. Stop. Beautiful. Alright, so we keep going. RoboRebellion Studios presents. I wanted it to feel very ominous, very empty, very uncomfortable. So if you're watching this film and you're like, what is going on? I don't get it. That's the entire point. That's what I was trying to get across. So if you were left confused, uncomfortable, wanting more, or any of those kind of lingering feelings, then I have executed this film properly. So continuing on. Along with Woodbury University, this is the school that I have gone to. I am now an alumni. I have a bachelor's degree now. It feels great. Shaw. I have a logo for Shaw. If you've seen the trailer, there was a logo for Shaw. But I didn't want to use that because like it would ruin the ominous feeling of the film if I started adding like a very bold, colorful Shaw logo there. So here, you can see that the lights on Andrew's face and the lights in the background are turquoise, and his shirt is red. It really pops him out in contrast of everything else. That was the whole point. The vignette is strong, but I wanted it to really feel claustrophobic almost when it comes to the editing. Oh, by the way, Autumn, my fiance, did the makeup. You could see that Andrew looks tired as hell, and he has some blemishes on his face. Give Autumn some props. Give her a round of applause. She did amazing on the makeup. But of course she did. She is an amazing person. One second. Yeah. But Autumn did amazing on this makeup. So you can see right here, everyone's wearing sunglasses. Everyone has the red and turquoise suit. Detective Shaw is the only one who doesn't. I wanted that to feel empty, and to show. I wanted that look to show that Shaw is trying to put up a face. So you have all these animated characters. So it's very grainy. It's supposed to be very light. You're not supposed to really see much. It's supposed to feel... I like to explain it as you're kind of in a purgatory. And that's what I wanted to go when it comes to coming into here. Now, Shaw's not dead. I don't want to see any film theories on, oh, the characters are dead. No, that's not how it is. In this world, every medium is its own dimension. So... the animation world, when characters are animated a certain way, that's one dimension. If they're animated a different way, that's a whole other dimension. And us, the humans, are in a completely separate dimension. So DPA case files, which I want to continue making more episodes of. I want to keep making more episodes of. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I think I have something coming. I think I have something in right now. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. That was really I got something that was really important. Whoa, what happened? Oh, it's because I'm not in full screen. Why didn't you guys tell me I was not in full screen? There we go. Okay, so what will we? All right, so I wanted this whole thing to look very empty, very ominous. You have a bunch of people talking. Tracking this shot, stabilizing this shot was probably the hardest part in the entire film. Because what we have it on here is we had this shot on a dolly. And I'll show pictures of the dolly once the program, because I'm installing a program right now. Once that program goes through, I'll show you guys the dolly. But that took some time. That took some effort. This shot took, I think we did this in 8 takes, like 8 to 12 takes. It was a lot. So, and there's not much going on here, so I had to use these two. I had to use basically the fixtures on the top here, the window, and the exit sign that's passing as tracking points, right? So, and then this has a brand, this sanitizer bottle, sanitizer on the left has a brand on it, so I have to take that out and clean that. Here's one criticism, here's one critique or comment that I've seen a lot of people talking about that I really want to counteract as I eat my Lucky Charms. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Who Framed Roger Rabbit is a really cool film created by Disney in which you're detailing Roger Rabbit. You're detailing cartoon characters and humans in the real world. It's an entire allegory on gentrification and segregation amongst blacks and whites. For those who didn't get the allegory from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, all the cartoon characters are created as tall cartoons instead of cartoons. It's like a bit of a slur, and a lot of the tunes are servers and performers. So, yeah, it's basically an allegory on segregation. But I didn't want to go for Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I didn't want my characters to feel like, I didn't want any animated characters to feel like, oh, it's live action and cartoons together. That means it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Well, first of all, a lot of Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck kind of movies, Back in Action, for example, Space Jam, those all incorporate the Who Framed Roger Rabbit aesthetic, so it's technically not the Who Framed Roger Rabbit style, but also because they really highlight these animated characters as being from out of this world. I didn't want that from DPA Case Files. I wanted this to be like any character that's animated or live action is just as important. I don't want your eyes to look at the animated characters and think, whoa, he's in the animated world. I want you to look at Shaw and think, whoa, Shaw looks kind of pissed off. Oh, and those are also animated characters too. So that's what I really wanted to get across when it comes to this film. A lot of the masking, this took a while. If you see on the sides, posters are there. You can't see right here, but every wall post has a room 201, 202, and so on and so forth. The door opens right here. We had someone behind this door open it. And we have someone coming out, and the door closes. That QR code is scannable, and every QR code in here is scannable, so I'd recommend doing so. But if you look at this poster real quick, you see John Jacob in a certain pose, and then you see 4 blurry shots. 4 blurry screenshots. I'm going to tell you guys what those are, but I want you to go back into those videos and find out why they're on this poster. So right here is DPA Case Files Linus Sterling. This is part of the this is still part of the robot lore, and it talks about one of the other people named Linus Sterling who was lobotomized by the DPA. Right here is a rap battle, Blue versus Monokuma. If you see in the background of that animation, that rap battle, for a split second, you will see Blue, you will see John Jacob behind a post in a picture frame, putting someone else in place. Right here is Freddy Fazbear versus Eric Cartman. If you see in the background of Cartman's animation, you will see John Jacob hopping from one portal to another. This will be addressed in the Pixel Dimension short coming soon, hopefully next month. And right here, we have The Rock versus Paperboy versus Edward Scissorhands. You can see throughout that those portals conjured in purple, pretty much, in pinkish purple. And John Jacob himself uses those portals all the time. So there's the link there. I would recommend everyone going to the Everything for the RoboLore playlist, so everyone can dig deep on why each of these videos are important to the lore in some way, shape, or form. Yes, there was some cringe, but there are also some gems. So just saying, that'd be really cool. So going back here, so basically in this is like the dialogue is, what's his name? John Jacob, really the kid. So because these animation style, these mediums are blended together, Shaw wouldn't be really concerned with the fact that John Jacob is an animated character. He would be more concerned at the fact that the world is rifting and breaking apart because of this animated character. Yes, John Jacob indirectly is causing a lot of this shit to go down. So I'm just as perplexed as you are. Just keep going. We have Eden Blue. If you've seen, let's go to DPA Case Files, this playlist. If you see Who is Detective Shaw in here, you can see Director Lima. You can see Director Lima right here, and then you can see Eden Blue right over here. So she is back. Yeah, really cool. But if you look right over here into the DPA Case Files Mega Cut, and you scroll down to, let's see, you go to, where are we? So Potato Saga 4, fundraising video, all I see is A. Here, who is Linus Sterling? Right here. So this is Linus Sterling. John Jacob is way too big, but I fixed that. Officer Robbins was here the whole time. Officer Robbins was in the background with the other agents. And so is Lieutenant Commander Peterson, who is an agent in a show, Rift in the Fabrics, coming onto the studio soon. So yeah, these characters, everything that you see here on this channel has already been on the channel. So you're going to have to really dig deep to find out what's going on. Now going back to the short film, Now it makes sense that both of them are in the same spot together because they are integral parts. If you go to the RobotRichie website, this has been re-updated and rebranded. But if you go to the IP section, you click on DPA case files right here. You can see the characters show up. Officer Robbins, I thought he would have. Okay, he doesn't have it. Okay, he does actually. So basically, you can see right here, animated versus unanimated / undetected agent representative. So basically, these shows have specific agent representatives. Eden Blue is. Then you have some of the characters from Shaw. Let's go to Eden Blue real quick. She's not clickable. I thought they were clickable. Well, let's go into colors. Let's see if I can see it in colors. Colors. This one. Hopefully, you guys can see the web page, right? Please tell me you guys can see that. So we go into Eden Blue. We give it a second to load. Come on. Yeah, Eden Blue. Oh, it doesn't have it on here. But basically on here it should say colors agent representative. So that's how it is. If you go to Rift of the Fabrics, right over here, and then you click on Lieutenant Commander Peterson, sorry, the light boxes take a while, so light boxes take some time. I don't know why, but they do. No, excuse me. Oh, I gotta fix that. Well, basically, it'll say agent representative there. So, these characters have been around for a while. So, we go in. There's Director Lima. She's coming in. And you heard in the beginning, Director Lima. If you heard in this section, they're calling out Director Lima to show up. Now, here is the meat of the film. There were some hidden things that I really wanted to focus on that are really important. First of all, you have 3 QR codes in this shot. 3 QR codes in this shot. You can see very closely that Eden's reflection is shown on the glass, because I really wanted that to be highlighted. You can hear the tick-tock, the clock. Shaw, 2 more QR codes. The QR code right here is gone, so some QR codes won't show up. Fun fact, this clock is not real. You guys couldn't tell, probably. This clock was broken. So basically what I did is I stabilized this footage. I went into Photoshop, and this is in 3 to 4 layers, and the ticking is fake. So this clock does not actually tick in real time. But I made you believe that it did. That's the big brain stuff going on right now. So, a big criticism that I saw from this part is, there's nothing going on. So basically this is, in this room, there's only 3 shots. It's only 3 shots, and the entirety of the short film is pretty much stationary. That was also intentional. I know a lot of people wanted more dynamic shots in this film, but I feel like, one, that'll ruin the immersion of the very uncomfortable, raw feeling that this film was trying to convey. I wasn't trying to get this film bombastic and very flashy. And I know a lot of people would have issues with the fact that, like, oh, why isn't there like some dolly zoom or anything? Because it's supposed to feel uncomfortable. It's supposed to feel unsettling. This was entirely intentional. And also, the second reason is because one of my favorite film is 12 Angry Men. For those who don't know what 12 Angry Men is, 12 Angry Men is a film where you have 12 jurors in a room finding out the case of this 18-year-old guy who's convicted of murdering his father. And everyone in this room has to basically break down what happened. Everyone thinks that this kid is guilty and he should get the death penalty. But, let's see. That this kid should get the death penalty. But one juror number 8 says, no, you guys are all biased. I don't think he does deserve the death penalty. He's not saying that this kid is innocent. He's saying that this kid does not, he doesn't believe this kid. He's not saying that this kid is innocent. He's saying that this kid has doubt. Like, there's doubt that this kid could not have done it. And because there is a reasonable doubt, he should be let off the hook. That's what he's saying. I love that film so much, and it takes place entirely in one room. I wanted, how this film was written in the very beginning is that these two were locked in the room for a long time. Hours upon hours, because this kid did not want to confess. And I wanted to show that they are just in that room. We have shots in this room. But I had to cut things down because I only had 7 minutes to work with. I couldn't go above 10, but I really wanted this film to be 15. And I only had 3 months to edit this film, so I couldn't really go bombastic. But I want to let the jury know, I would not have had any of the beginning shots. I would have it entirely in this room, and I would have them just bickering at each other because he won't confess. Righteous says, gotta say, as somebody who made a short film with number of somewhat dynamic shots, the static shots are just nice sometimes. Yeah, I don't think you need to have something very flashy. I wanted this film to be entirely character driven as opposed to plot driven. And I believe that if I add in more dynamic shots, a lot more people will be focusing on how cool everything looks as opposed to how the characters are. So, you can see Max Rebellion is very stoic. You can see Andrew really is putting up an act. That's why they have sunglasses. The sunglasses are supposed to prevent people from seeing these agents' true feelings. 2 glasses. You can see Max was immediately confused. Those are all intentional. You look right here, and this is the logo of a rich boy school, the Neverline Tech Institute. Now, the Neverline Tech Institute is really important. Because if you go to Everything for the Lord animated episode 1, you can see that Michael and John are currently talking to each other. And they're talking in the Polygon, which is basically in the world of RoboRebellion Studios, in this town in the city that they live in. The Polygon is basically the fancy, but you can basically see they're talking. It's a god of training. Gods have it tough, you know. Your point of character every fair line. Yes. It's been a while since I've recorded these. So he keeps going. Seriously, have to go. That's some sappy shit right there, man. Of course I gotta go. I got a scholarship to my dream school, the Neverline Tech Institute. Now, if you go here, he has an emblem of the Neverline Tech Institute. Ooh! Ooh! This is how you prepare and plant seeds of what is going on in the studio. This is how you do it. This is how much thought goes into it. This video, this episode aired a year ago, and the Neverline Tech Institute is still brought up on a shirt because it's a preppy rich kid school. It's primarily known for agriculture, but they also have a good computer science program, which is what Michael is going to that school for. There's a QR code there. That QR code is scannable. You can see even the type of drink, even the types of drinks and the paint are intentional. This wine bottle is red, like the liquid is red, and the top is turquoise. This emblem is red. Yeah, the color is the color is not like red or turquoise, but it's fine. In this case, it's fine. These aren't real alcohol. This is an industry standard trick. This has cranberry juice in it, and this has apple juice in it. No, it doesn't have apple juice. It has Arizona green tea. So that's how we make it look like alcohol when it's not alcohol. Another QR code. Now, I like Robbie's performance. I like it tremendously. Robbie did absolutely incredible. I do think that at times that he's very monotone, but that's fine. That's fine because it's supposed to be very uncomfortable sounding, and it works. Because what I wanted Maxwell to be is Maxwell is supposed to be pretty uncomfortable. Maxwell is clearly scared of the DPA, but he doesn't like authority. Pretty simple. And if you've seen Who is Detective Shaw, this part here, like this short film here, Detective Shaw is clearly being blackmailed to join this agency. So they're both kind of in the same boat. Real quick, look at that. You see that notebook? You see how it's like green, and you see how it has like a white square and a black outline throughout? Well, if we go to Who is Detective Shaw, what is Eden holding there? It looks the exact same. They look identical. Basically, it's the same notebook. It's the same notebook. I stylized this notebook to look like it was from Eden's world. So you have a high-class lawyer and the NRA. Basically, you could tell that... I'm not going to bring politics into this, just saying. But you can tell that because you have a father in the NRA and the mother being a lawyer, Maxwell has a lot of resentment at the fact that he has absentee parents, despite the fact that he himself is already an adult technically by the law. He's supposed to be 19 in this. Tell that to my phone. Let me know if I got any messages. I like writing in metaphors as opposed to writing straight out. No one has, like, instead of Maxwell saying, no one has texted me in a while, this and that, he said, here's my phone, check if I have any messages. It implies that that his parents aren't really talking to him that much. 2 years in and with a resume of self-care. So basically, that implies that he is 19 years old. Because 18 and 19, those are the 2 years. He has a resume of self-care, which says that basically throughout his life, he took care of himself. He was by himself for this whole time. Okay, that we're aware of. But your parents' reputations... So basically, your parents' jobs and reputations won't be affected by what you saw. Because they won't, honestly. I don't think I need to explain that point. You can see that slight head tilt. That slight head tilt is supposed to show that Shaw is second guessing. He's kind of like in a bit of like uncomfortableness in this case. They let a rookie do some intense investigation. Calling Shaw a rookie when he is a detective that's had history being a detective is it's an FU. I wanted to treat it like Maxwell does not give a shit about Shaw at all. And then at this point he goes in and he writes. You could tell that Shaw is intentionally trying to get as much information from Maxwell, but since Maxwell's already distrusting of Shaw as an authoritative figure, instead of telling him, tell me what you know, he's trying to lure Maxwell into just confessing himself, because in that way it will give off the sense that Maxwell chose to come clean as opposed to Shaw telling him to come clean. Again, really intricate. I really like the fact I like the dialogue a lot, like the writing. All he has to do is lift a finger and no one will be able to find the body. You can hear his voice waver a bit. That was intentional. You could tell his mask is slipping, despite the fact that he's still trying to come across as bigger than Shaw. Oh, and also, once again, the red and turquoise lighting throughout the film is important. Even the marker right here is red. We really fixated on red and turquoise. Like his tie is red and blue. We really wanted that to be core features of the outfit. Do you really know that? You piece of shit. Like, do you really know that, you piece of shit? And then he's like, the agency is very well aware of your parents. So that key note that Shaw said was really getting across that we don't think you're scary, Maxwell. We don't think you're scary at all. So Maxwell snaps. Damn suit. Things fly out of computers, they corrupt people, and they die on the spot. That was a big thing in animated the series where glitches plague the world. I've seen people act as if they're gods, and they look like they are. Who are the... There's gotta be characters. There's gotta be characters on the studio who could be gods in training that Maxwell could have seen. Interesting. Let's carry forward. You, as a rookie, know jack shit of what you're getting into. Oof. You felt the pen drop there? It's like, Max, please. My name is Maxwell. Robert. Basically, that's his last fuck you to Shaw. So, this entire time, Shaw is pretty much belittling Maxwell. He's belittling him. He's of course, like, he's a kid. So Shaw is going to be treating him like so. So when for those who don't know when it comes to proper etiquette and hearing proper, emotions. No. Proper etiquette when someone hears... What was I trying to say? Well, basically, proper manners is if you don't know someone personally, you don't call them by their first name. You call them by the last name. So, Mr. James for LeBron James. I don't know who LeBron is. So, proper way would be Mr. James. So, or Mr. Anderson in Matrix stuff. So, when Maxwell calls Shaw Robert, it's to show that Maxwell does not think Shaw, he just has no respect for Shaw. Now, there's a pause there. I know a lot of people didn't like this part. The fact that Maxwell kind of shifts really, really like 180 in this part. The reason why is because Maxwell, in this case, is under the impression that that the agency does not know that he knows who John is. They don't know that he met him. But Shaw knew this whole time. So when he drops that bomb, is this the kid that you were talking about? Maxwell is like, oh shit, they do know what they're talking about. It's like playing the quiet game. And then, in this case, Shaw leans in quietly, trying to get out of earshot from everyone else, basically saying he's also scared. And he's trying to threaten. He's like, don't take this personally, I'm just doing my job. Keep that line, when you watch the channel, keep that line in your head. Don't take this personally, I'm just doing my job. You're going to hear that quite frequently. Ooh, this is fun. I did research on California law. So basically, it is illegal to withhold evidence. But I couldn't find whether or not it would be a felony or a misdemeanor. So instead, I made it very vague and mysterious. Yeah. And if you look that up, Title 5, Rule 37, Article A, Title 5, Rule 37, Article A, Section B. We search that up. You go into the Legal Institute. Rule 37, Article A, Section B. A party seeking discovery may move for an order compelling an answer, destination, product, or inspection if it fails to answer an interrogatory. This is research! This is research right here! This is me getting into it and really studying law just for this one damn film. These aren't just random Article 5 rule. These aren't just random stuff that I just pulled out of my butt. These are actual laws. I'm so happy of this film. Okay, fun fact. We were allowed to have the handcuffs on set. That's legal. It would be illegal if I hooked that up to anyone without a permit saying that we will hook this up to someone. So, because I didn't get the proper permits, you never see Maxwell in handcuffs. You're not above the law. And then Maxwell slips. He's not a bad guy. I promised you. He saved me. Now, here's what I wanted to allude in this film, and I'm not going to explain why I alluded it. In the very beginning, you hear the radio talking about glitches. But then he's like, he's not a bad guy. I promise you, he saved me. What could Maxwell be talking about when it comes to he saved me? What could he be talking about? Now, if you pause here, Linus Sterling is crossed out. Max Rebellum just got crossed out. Marcus Bradley's here. Guy Wilkes, RobotRichie, Heim is circled, and then John Jacob. And then there's another QR code. So basically, the reason you could see what's going on here. And you can see right here, if you go into the DPA case files playlist and go to Who is John Jacob, Guy Wilkes and RobotRichie are being interrogated by the same agents. So, a bit of foreshadowing, maybe. Who knows? That's for you guys to decide. That's for you guys to figure out. That's what the Robo Law is for. He closes the book. He walks out. You don't know what you're dealing with, do you? And this is where you hear a bunch of voices. These are basically the background actors and actresses. But if you listen carefully, each two people are having their own conversation. If you isolate them, you might be able to hear what's going on between them. Like, try to isolate. You can't hear it right now, but yeah, but basically everyone's having their own conversation here. So this isn't like, so the dialogue here is everyone who I reached out on Twitter and in so many different Discord servers saying that, hey, I need voices. These are what the voices were for. Shaw this entire time does not like his job. Good job, Shaw. Oh, I forgot to mention that these blemishes and these bruises are also done by Autumn. Again, really good artist, really good makeup artist. That bottle is not real. So you can see the camera start flickering. Portal, no luck. You can hear the faint sound of a police car coming in, and then there's John Jacob. You can hear the sirens going on. May I? We don't know the. So, John Jacob downs the bottle. John Jacob is downing the bottle of whiskey. Cause if you guys saw in the DPA mega cut and you saw Linus, like you see Linus Sterling, basically Linus code erasure is commenced on Linus Sterling, and he is left brain dead. And then you hear in the background of Shaw that code erasure for any suspicious activity. That's alluding that Maxwell is next. This whole thing is alluding that Maxwell is next, and he is going to get lobotomized. So you're basically seeing the entire process of someone's lobotomy. Ah, there's stars above, show the separate worlds. Space is such a mystery that's soon to be unfurled. So yeah, that is the film. That is the DPA. That is Shaw. DPA case files film. This was a lot of fun. I'm so happy. I want to show some footages. I want to show some behind the scenes photos, and then we're going to call it a day. And by call it a day, I mean I'm going to go publish this into the archive channel. Come on, where are you? It's not letting me drag this onto the other. Oh, it's because you're full screen. There we are. Beautiful. Now let's go ahead and zoom that in. I'm going to disable just really quick so I can fix this. Properties. I'm going to go into... No, not here. Where is it? Oh, it's weird. It's not showing up. Hold on. I'm going to make a new window capture. I don't want to keep making window captures. It takes up a lot of space. Ooh. See, this is a nice shot. Alright, so let me go ahead and stretch this out just a little bit, and then we're going to close this up. And then I'm going to drag this underneath the frame. Come on. Come on, 1 second. This is taking longer than I thought it would. Tiny frame. Let's go under the big, let's go right here. No, the big frame. There we go. Woo, finally. So that if that's the case, it's close Chrome. There. So now you guys can see the photos. Cool. So let me break down these lovely people. So that's me. Basically, this was a lot of fun. We have Jaden Mebane. Sorry, Jaden, if I can't pronounce your last name. She was our script supervisor. She was responsible in making sure that continuity is kept throughout each shot. We have Keenan. She is our cinematographer. She worked really well on getting just the right shots there, and I loved how everything looked. Cameron Clark right here, she is our assistant director. She made sure that I was kept on time, and a lot of times she went over my voice, but I kept telling her, but at times I told her, no, I'm doing it this way too. Autumn, this is Autumn. She was the makeup department. She was the head of makeup. She is also my fiance. So, yay. Evan was the gaffer and grip. Gaffer and grip is responsible for all the lighting and all the fixtures. So like the dolly, the C-stand you see right here. Those are all, that's his position. Kaylee was one of our production assistants. I gave her the business card, and she went out to get coffee. She went out to get food, any etc. Like cleaning supplies that we would need on set, or anything that we would need laying around. Ryan Abner right here, he was our behind the scenes cinematographer. So any pictures that you see, any poster mock-ups that you looked at, those were done by him. Misha was our AC, assistant camera. He was in charge of pulling focus and pulling slate. Anand Singh right here, he is our, self-explanatory, he is our sound mixer and boom operator. And that's an Apple stand. This poster means a lot because if you guys see in my second channel, I posted a quick clip. I broke this frame. So because I broke this frame, I couldn't use it in other shots. But instead, I used it as a frame where everyone can sign. And now every time someone goes into the studio, they will sign that. This is me and Jaden looking at the footage through our I guess it's the viewfinder. I'm gonna call it viewfinder because I don't know what other word it is. We have the other stuff here, the nucleus right here. This is what pulls focus wirelessly. You can see how focused we are, checking out the shots, making sure the rule of thirds are in play here. And you can see that the window is showing here, so it was digitally taken out. Then we got some fun photos of just this is Alex Beggs. He was also a production assistant for the second shoot day. Then we have just a shot of that. Then we have a bunch of people on set. So we had the 2 people in person. This room was musty. Jaden, we had walkie-talkies to be able to communicate with each other, but since they died, we used these Star Wars walkies instead. Funny. Andrew just being himself. This is basically me and Cameron. This is the early morning. We broke down how the day is gonna go. This is Keenan. She is working on this is the FX9, which has an which is able to pull digitally 6K. We can't wait to have a real production meeting. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun. But basically, this is the FX9. We are using V-mounts and V-mount batteries. This is called a Teradek, which is used to cast footage onto the other monitor in the room where you saw in a couple photos before. This FX9 records in 4K but can digitally upscale to 6K. I would recommend just going for the FX7. I think the FS7 because that could still do 4K and is significantly cheaper. I guess if you are able to upscale to 6K, you can punch in a bit. My big issue with the FX9 in comparison to the FX7 is because it's not true 6K. It is just upscaled with digital technology within the camera. I don't want to upscale. I think upscaling stretches our pixels. So don't do that. So another shot of Keenan holding the FX. These are beautifully taken by Ryan. Then we have another shot of Keenan holding that. Then we have all 4 of us, the 4 stages of production. Me, Keenan, Misha, Cameron. This is the storyboard. You can see that these are the rough sketches that I had creating the whole film. This is the entire storyboard and how everything was supposed to look, so we had an idea. You can see that we had some lights right here. We have a point light, and then we also have a vibrant turquoise light because I really wanted to hound in on the turquoise. And these images are really strong. Right here, we have another one. We have Cheeto Puffs. But we have another shot where we have some crafties, some Rokinon lenses. We also have a Zeiss. We don't have a Zeiss kit, but we have the Rokinon lenses, and we have what's the word? We also had a Sony zoom lens for that specific last shot. So we go into this photo, and then you see just another one where we're in that same shot. Same thing. More photos of that same spot. Again. Oh, right here. We could look right here. Jaden is currently... You could see she's writing down what is considered a good take, a bad take, continuity issues between each take. And then I would tell her to circle which one here we would be using in the final edit. That's a close-up of the monitor. Those are close-ups of the monitor. So we have vertical. We have the vertical ones to look at now. So right here we have. You can see we have a. It's not a bounce board. I forgot what kind of board that is, but basically, it reflects light. It blocks out and reflects light. So it instead of having harsh lighting right here, it's a lot more faded. It creates a nicer aesthetic look. This is another one where Keenan's looking at the viewfinder on the FS9, and Jaden, she has what we do is because she is a script supervisor, she also takes photos of certain shots, and she compares it with the cinematographer to make sure that continuity is kept similar in both shots. For example, we had a lunch break in between in between the room. So when we were in this room, so Jaden took a picture of how the props were and how the camera was faced, and then they coordinated with each other how to frame it better. Then we have, they are dating, they are in a relationship, so we have pictures of them. Keenan again. This is on a different, this is on the dolly. The dolly I was saying, we had the walking out shot. It was on that. This is a picture, this is what we used for the poster. That's me being dumb. That's Madison being her stoic self. She's such a vibe. And then we just got some other photos where Ryan just wanted to have fun. Another beautiful photo of the FX9. That's Ryan himself. See, you can see right here, join the DPA. We are hiring for multiple positions. Apply online. On that's an actual link you can go to. That's the logo. And I photoshopped this. This was a police outfit. I photoshopped the logo. I changed the coloring, and I changed the hat, and it's a different background. Shaw's tie is so cool. I love that tie. That tie is so beautiful. That's Jaden being her stoic self. She's being kind of, she gives off sass. It's beautiful. And then Evan. This was another poster shot. We had pictures of, we had to take pictures of everyone in poses so we can use it into the poster. This was a shot that was used. There's me looking like I'm about to kill someone, and this is Cameron breaking down the schedule. Just some fun photos. Misha is the AC, so he's swapping lenses here. We are using Canon lenses on the Sony camera, so we had to get an adapter as well. Just some fun photo. Another photo. I like this photo. I have a gut, but I like this photo a lot. Another Ryan photo. Cameron's breaking down the stuff. Now this is just people just relaxing in between takes. I'm breaking it down. More people writing things down, eating. Then you see Robbie's makeup here, all fun. Keenan, that's just an aesthetic look. Morning. This is the dolly. You can see Keenan is on this dolly rig. So basically, Keenan has it on sticks. We call sticks when we say camera's on sticks, that means it's on a tripod, and Misha is pulling back the dolly. And what I had to do is, because it was so jittery, we had to stabilize it in post. Then we have Cameron calling in the sleigh, and then we have the boom mic so you can hear the when we record. That's another Madison being funny. We were gonna use this for the poster, but I didn't like how it was digitally blurred, and plus I didn't want to have Andrew looking happy because he wasn't supposed to be. That's the viewfinder. This was another shot that we filmed. This is another shot. That's my hazelnut shaken espresso right there. Then we have Keenan once again doing her thing. I'm directing everyone as I do. This was another shot that was put into the poster. Ah, the lighting on this is beautiful. You can't see shit, but I love this lighting so much. Another behind the scenes photo. Evan's on his phone like he shouldn't be. I'm kidding. Another poster photo right here from Robbie. I did costume design and Autumn helped me out with it. So we got this embroidered. This outfit is $100. This outfit cost me $100. And it's mostly on the embroidery. Because there was a lot of coloring going on. That's during a break. We were getting shot and lighting. Same deal. We're talking. You can see the post. You can see the posters right here. It's pulling focus. He's in a stoic pose. There we are. I love this pose. I was very hesitant. I was very much considering putting this on a poster and putting it as like, we want you to join, like the Uncle Sam posters. I changed my mind because you're not supposed to know who Agent Carlisle is until the film. We have another camera shot, Andrew being himself. We have the camera on Apple Box. This is how we filmed the close-up shot. We have the how to spot a sentient character on here. join the DPA, we bought that sign. And then you can see room 201. All signs have these signs. This is a shot of the camera on the dolly zoom. Then we have this shot. We're loading the data. This is Autumn's hand. What she was doing, she was testing the different kinds of blemishes for the different kinds of skin. So this is her makeup. It looks so fucking good. I love her work. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, because I love her, but her work is beautiful. Also an aesthetic shot. So, that's the production of Shaw. That is everything. This is everything coming together in one neat package. I want to give out some praises and some personal thank yous to people in the audience, whether right now or on stream or who's just in the background. I want to give my personal anecdotes and just say thank yous to a handful of people. First of all, I want to give my special thanks to Carrick Inabnet, Hatena360, Matt Reichus, and Jingo De Leon. Those four have been really key. I really appreciate them being very active in how production works and how passionate they are in my studio. I've been trying to get my studio afloat for the longest of time, and just to see this film finished and uploaded shows a culmination of everything that I've worked on, and it just feels so great. While this is my very first solo short film, it is a good, I would say that this is a really good start, and I'm really excited to see where the future of the studio is, and I want to dedicate those four to being just such beautiful people who by my side throughout this adventure. So on top of that as well, I also want to give thanks to Autumn, who was basically my voice and my reason. She was there by my side throughout this journey, throughout my endeavors, and I want to give her the utmost thanks and respect. And I want you guys to go into the description of the short film and follow her on all her social medias, especially on her boutique account, where she's trying to create a brand based on making earrings and jewelries and crocheting. So if you want some kind of stuff, I wore a beanie of hers in the Anthony Padilla interview, so go ahead and support her there. I also like to give thanks to everyone on my cast and crew for being such wonderful people who have been by my side throughout this entire process and this entire film, who are supporting my vision and supporting my creative process. It means the world, and I really appreciate every single one of those help, and I will be using them in the future because they are forever tied to the characters that they are representing. I also like to give thanks to Little Flex, Freshy Canal, and Eddie FRB, and Michael Stoic of Stoic Media for giving my start into this progression. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have any kind of name or voice on the internet at all. And I want to give them the utmost thanks, specifically to those four, because not only are they just wonderful people, but they have given me motivation to start my own studio and start my own process on my own. I know a lot of people who are on my channel have been with me from the rap battles, and I know unfortunately rap battles might not be a common occurrence in the future, but I appreciate them for giving me the space to be able to express myself creatively and to be who I am. Most of all, as cheesy as it sounds, I like to give thanks to you guys, to the audience, to the viewers. Back in 2020, I was just doing random shit. I did not expect one interview with Anthony Padilla to turn into some big production, big studio, and to turn into something that I would never be able to experience before, where the channels that I grew up watching know that I exist. Being able to reach out to Jack's Films Council and joke around, being able to interact with crew on Death Battle, seeing my account, talking to Salty DK Dan and being able to communicate with him and everyone else in Friendlock collabs, to be able to communicate with Carrick and the entire Death Battle community. Oh my gosh, to be able to fuck. I'm just really, I didn't think I'd be able to get this far. I didn't think I'd be able to get to the position that I am. And I've used my own money and funds to be able to afford these things. I barely have any free time of my own to do stupid shit, to do hobby stuff, because I'm so passionate in my studio and building something, building a world. Not trying to be a YouTuber, but trying to be a creator as a whole. And the fact that I have a lot of people supporting me and being there for me at such a time where I had such huge validation issues, such huge imposter syndrome, and going through my own PTSD, autism diagnosis, it's, I don't know, it's truly remarkable. And I just want to say thank you guys. I cried airing the film in the theater. I cried during graduation. I'm all cried out, but I'm just like, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. I know a lot of y'all are here from my rap battles, from the rap battles I've made, but I really do appreciate those who have stuck around for my own personal project or my own goal. It's definitely, truly one of the best things that I've ever witnessed and ever experienced. And when I'm walking that red carpet, I will make sure all the people who have been by my side are joining me. Because I wouldn't be on that big screen at all if it wasn't for Officer Robinson's voice. I wouldn't be having a poster with beautiful names on it if it wasn't for Jingle De Leon, who lent her voice. I wouldn't be able to have this if it wasn't for Freshy Canal, Zagranis, Extra Fuzzy Dice, Michael Stark, Brooke Johnson, Catabell, and everyone else in the animated cast from starting something so incredible. And I thank you guys for being here through it all. We're not done with this, but this is the start of my independent journey. Because now that I'm no longer in school, we have to take the studio seriously. Coming out this month will be episode 3 of Animated the Series. Coming out next month will be the Pixel Dimension and the My Episode music video featuring Jungen Vidi. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. Y'all are truly amazing. I feel a lot of this. Hitting that big break after struggling with who you are and what you want to do in life is insane. I'm still struggling. I'm still figuring myself out. But I'm just glad I have the people to join me on that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for being on stream. I bid you all adieu. Bye-bye.